I have a really nice full glute routine specific just to runners. We're going to work on those really deep hip muscles for control and for stability, and then those global muscles to work on for knee drive and hip extension. It's a little three-part process from side lying into 4-point into standing. So we're going to work on layering it up and strength endurance. So we'll start off here on our left side to get the left and right side glutes really fired up. So the knees are bent, that left elbow stacked directly underneath the shoulder, the hand is on the hip. And then from here, extend that right leg nice and straight, lock it out into slight hip extension. And then from here, start to push through that left elbow, coming into a nice little hover. You've got your left glute and right glute active here. Start to go for a knee bend and extend to pause. A heel bend, extend to pause, and straight back down we go again. Pushing up into that side hover to hold. One bent knee, one heel to glute, and return. The good thing about this is you're working on that front portion of the run, hip knee drive, and then the back portion of that heel to glute, all the while you're working on those stabilizer muscles as well. So you want to keep your hips nice and stacked. You want to get right up into that hover so your heel, hip, and shoulder should be in a nice horizontal line. And you'll start to feel this really building not only into your right glute, but also your left. Trying to get all of that gait pattern from running in one nice controlled laid set. And we've got 4 more of these. Keeping your shoulders down as well. So thinking about that upper body, the second we start to fatigue, that upper body tends to hunch, and then you'll start to lose form down the chain. So trying to keep that nice and strong. 2 to go before we pulse. Keeping that heel right up. Last one coming up here. Last little hover. Bent knee. Heel tap to halt, 15 seconds. Tiny little pulses up and down. So see if you can draw those deep abdominals in. Keep your shoulders down. Keep your hips nice and stable. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Straight on over into 4-point here. That same right leg that we were just working on, coming onto your forearms, with your knees stacked directly under your hips, shoulders relaxed, pushing your weight back to your heels to take the pressure off the arms, hovering off your right side knee, ankle flex, knee bent. Start to drive that right heel straight up towards the ceiling to hold. Extend that heel to bend, slowly back down to pause. We go straight into a little side donkey kick, quite small, back to center. So driving that heel straight up to hold. Once again, working in that knee and hip extension, and that little bit of stability here in your little side 4-point clam. Now what you'll find is as you come into that little side move, you'll start to shunt your body weight across to the left. So see if you can keep your body really still, and it should be really small, maybe 30 degrees to the side only. Couple more here before once again we hold and pulse. Just keep that body weight pushing back towards your heels. You'll be definitely feeling that left side leg working as well for stability, but that's good. Thinking of that as your landing leg, and then you've got your moving leg here nice and stable. 2 more reps. We've got 1 more round here. Getting that full extension of that leg. Last little donkey kick. We'll take that heel straight back, elongate it to hold, and then from here, 15 seconds again, little pulses up and up and up. So neck nice and long, shoulders down away from your ears, leg is nice and straight. You have last 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Coming onto your knees, hands back towards your knees, little roll out through your shoulders. Third and final part here, coming up to standing with your feet hip width apart, still with that right leg as the focus. From here, we're going to be standing on that right side leg, And then just bending that left side knee, we're gonna come into a little lateral tap, bending the knee, push the hips back, lateral squat, left knee to lift. We go to the back now, same thing again. We come into that nice frontal lunge, tapping that foot back and straight back up. So one lateral tap here, and then one forward hinge with backward tap. So we're working on the lateral strength, and we're also working on that frontal plane of movement as well. See if you can keep your hips really nice and square, and all of your weight into that right side leg, left side leg barely at all touching. Just a little gentle fairy tap there as you tap, and then drive it up. So you've got your left side hip flexor, focusing on that knee drive. You've got your stabilizers for your landing leg. And we've got 3 more here each direction. Should be building strength into that right side hip. Using that body to hinge. 2 to go. Coming up to your very last one. Last lateral tap. And then from here, halt, straight back down into your start position and just start to skate here. We've got 30 seconds to the side, 30 seconds to the back. While we're working here, let's get those running man arms happening as well, just to keep it really run specific. Shoulders down, neck nice and long, just really gently tapping to that left. Keeping that breath flowing, and see if you can start to hinge your hips a little further back and get your chest a little lower. We're gonna switch it up and go straight to the scooters at the back in 9, 8, 7, last little bit, you should be really feeling that right leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and here it is, last bit for this leg. Scooters to the back, keep the running man arms happening, keeping them nice and close, so making sure you're not winging your elbows out to the side, building single leg strength for the glute, but not only the glute, that whole right side leg. Really specific to running in this position. Last 10, 9, last bit's the best bit, 8, 7, 6, we'll stand up and shake it out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Shake it out. Just go for a little roll down here, tucking your chin to your chest, rolling all the way down into a ragdoll to grab onto your elbows. Go for a little sway from side to side. And while you're down there, we can just come straight on over onto your right side elbow, stack directly underneath your shoulder, hand to the hip, extend that extend your left side leg nice and long, shoulders down, and then from here, start to come up into your hover to halt. Bend that left knee forwards, drive, little heel kick to the back, slow lower to tap, we go again. So once again, you're gonna be feeling both glutes, left glute and that right glute's already done quite a bit of work. So you're gonna be feeling this straight from the word go. See if you can get that heel right up in line with the hip and keeping that knee nice and steady as you go for that little posterior kick back. So you need to be nice and strong forwards, nice and still as you drive the heel towards your glute backwards. Also thinking about that upper body posture, so pushing up through that right side upper body to keep those obliques engaged and keep your posture nice and strong. And try not to weight at the bottom. So you really want to build power and strength into that right side hip, as well as hold that left side hip stable. You've got 3 to go before we pulse. Last 2. Last bit of side lying here for this whole set. Last one of each, coming up into your hover, knee bend to hold, heel drive, and then from here, 15 seconds, little pulses, really small and controlled, keeping that leg nice and straight. 10, 9, 8, we'll tap it straight on out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Straight on over into your 4-point position here. So you've got your knees under your hips, you've got your forearms parallel, and then from here, start to hover off your left side knee, flexing your left side heel, driving that heel straight back behind you to hold, extend that leg to bend, Slowly back to your start position, we go to the side, little side donkey kick. Back to center. Drive that heel back to hold, to extend, bend, slowly return straight back into that little side donkey kick. So once again, you've got your right side leg stabilizing. So you're going to be feeling your right side glutes working pretty hard here, but you're controlling the movement through that left leg. So thinking of your left leg as your swing phase leg, your right side leg is your stance leg. Couple more here before we pulse into that backside body. 3 more reps. Just checking too that you're not transferring your weight into your elbows too much. You want to push your tailbone slightly back just to make sure you're not straining through your upper body. Last 2. Just checking with that lower back as well, making sure you're not overarching. Last one here. And we'll take it straight back here with your leg nice and long, heel flexed. And then from here, 15 seconds of little pulses up and up, transferring your weight back a little and really squeezing into the back of that left side hip for the last 10. Keeping that heel nice and flexed and your shoulders nice and relaxed. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Walking all the way up into a high kneel position to roll out through your shoulders, shimmy out through those legs, and we are coming all the way up into standing. All the weight will be onto this left side leg this time. So feet hip width apart, we stand onto that left side leg exactly as before, hands on the hip, shoulders down, straight into your lateral lunge to knee drive, straight on up, straight into your forwards hinge, and up. So you've got your lateral lunge and your running man lunge. Just keeping your hands on your hips to keep your form. And the first few might be a little bit wobbly, just while you're waking it up into this more functional upright position. And then you'll get your flow and you can get your depth, getting your chest to hinge forwards, getting your knee to drive up, and keeping your shoulders back, keeping your hips nice and square. Lowering gently to lift. And also just making sure too that that knee's not dropping inwards. You want to keep your ankle knee nice and tall in a nice vertical plane of movement. 3 more here of each before we come into our final finisher of skaters, scooters, 30 seconds of each, last 2 reps. We'll find ourselves back in our start position. Last 1 each way. That whole left side leg working hard, even down into the foot, ankle, calf. Back to your start position, a little hinge forwards, straight into your skaters to the side. So keeping that nice straight back, pushing your tailbone back, getting those arms involved as well here. 30 seconds to the side, 30 seconds to the back, and you are all done. So try not to rush it, trying to keep your form. Ankle, knee, hip, really nice and stacked. Elbows nice and close, shoulders down and eyes forwards. Last 12, we'll switch it straight up to those scooters in 9, 8, 7, 6, really gentle pressure on that right foot, 3, 2, 1, last bit here, keep your endurance, 30 seconds to the back. Nearly done here, very last little finisher, trying to keep your form nice and steady as you start to really feel that left side leg working. Inhale, tap, exhale, return. Inhale, tap, exhale, return. Last 12, 10, 9, 8, just checking on those arms, keeping them nice and close. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Shake off those legs, tuck your chin to your chest, just going for 1 more roll down. Grabbing onto your elbows, little sway from side to side. I can guarantee you'll feel much more stable through your pelvis on your next run. Slowly rolling all the way back up again. All done. And let me know how you go. I hope you enjoyed your session of Pilates with AB. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the link below for more exercise snacks, mobility tips, and runner special sequences. Enjoy.